Seasoner
and Co.
I would arguably say that not only is my house at home haunted, but I think this house is haunted too.
No, it's not. How old is
Although
that?
I did... well, the house itself isn't that old, but it was built on another house. And it was interesting, like, we were having this...
It was built on an ancient Indian old house.
I actually had this discussion before. I was like, well, if the house is haunted, maybe it would only be haunted on the first story. Because if they were... maybe that's the bounds. Because that was the original house. Could the ghosts get up to the second story? They'd be bound to the first story. But, no.
Dear.
Flickering lights, things moving, I tell you.
Bad wiring and you have a cat.
Oh, the cat sees ghosts, for sure. I often think that.
Okay, all right. Well, I think I can beat your 2-story ghost story.
Okay.
With 3 ghost stories today, Ollie.
Okay. Did you want to do an intro? Oh, okay. Was that what we were doing? Sorry.
I'll blame that on the remote recording delay, shall I?
Sure.
Anyway. Welcome to Second-Hand Haunting, where we read ghost stories from a second-hand book I got from a second-hand shop and try and make sense of them.
Fun of them.
Sense of them.
Fun of them.
Sense of them.
Fun of them. And hilarity often ensues.
Hauntings do, at least.
Well, I'm hoping...
Allegedly.
You often pick out some humorous ghost stories. Some that I have fun memories of. Some that I have horrific memories of. Some that taught me about life and death. Mostly
really?
Death.
We've learned a lot about death, haven't we, Ollie?
A lot about death.
Yeah.
Which, is a part of life.
Correct. We may learn a little bit more today, in fact. Because I've grabbed another chapter of Haunted Houses by Charles G. Harper. Do you remember last time we grabbed this one?
You're going to harp on, is he?
Oh, dear. Possibly. This is where I got the Tower of London story from.
Okay.
Remember the one with the floating alien goo vial?
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Well, I skipped the entire rest of that chapter because the stories contained within are either a little bit boring or we've literally already done them in other books because it's all like big famous castles. So I'm jumping on to chapter 2 today.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to start with some little short ones and then we'll do like a proper one. What do you reckon?
Sounds good. I was saying before that I am having a lovely succession of sober days, which I feel like is such a trend these days, No, I even heard that the bottom was going out of the wine industry because of people not drinking like they used to. Shakara.
That just means they should be giving us bottomless refills.
Yeah, just wanting to live longer, the bastards. How are we going to have more ghost stories if they do that? No,
yeah.
So,
Early deaths and traumatic deaths. That's what makes a good ghost.
Unfortunately for me, at the very least, I actually do think I'm better on these episodes sober, which is unfortunate for me because drunk's more fun. Sober's clearer, probably better responsive. I've heard my voice even sounds better, but I don't believe it.
I am the one doing the editing, and I refuse to comment right now because I am also the one having a lovely barley wine, which I discover is just a beer so alcoholic that they can't call it beer.
I was wondering, doesn't beer come from barley? Isn't what you were drinking look kind of like frothy? And I'm like, well, wine's not frothy. Beer's frothy. It comes from barley. Is it frothy? Is it carbonated or is it not carbonated?
Yeah, a little. Yeah.
Okay. Funnily enough...
oh my god, there's so many floaty bits in here.
Kind of love that.
I might not be getting through this whole thing.
When I am drinking, one of my favourite ciders... it's from England, but it looks like something a redneck would drink, and it's got a tractor on the front of it, and it's called Old Rosie.
Scrumpy?
Yeah, it's like a scrumpy.
Oh, I know Old Rosie.
Yeah, you know Old Rosie, yeah. And it's not carbonated, interestingly enough, and it's actually more akin to a cider wine, because it's it's a bit more alcoholic, and it's quite nice if you keep it in the fridge. But I feel like it's closer to
having one is lovely.
Yeah, I think it's closer to like a traditional method.
Yeah.
I don't drink
Brewed
much
in a
of it.
bathtub.
Yeah, I actually don't drink much of it. Like I do. It's a sip and cider.
Well, it's not
So
sip and spirit,
yeah.
but
So
perhaps something in one of these stories today is.
well, that's definitely the segue I was looking for.
All right, Ellie. The first little story we have today is a tiny little snippet, half a page, about Ripley Castle. And I gotta say, I don't remember why I have recommended myself any of these, so we'll see what happens. To tell of all the reputedly haunted houses would be the work of a lifetime, and would grow wearisome to the reader. For in general, a house has but to look dark and forbidding, or to lack while a tenant and the attentions of the builder and decorator, for a ghostly tenant to be speedily found for it in popular imagination. I will say the phrase in there that telling the stories of all the haunted house would be wearisome is why we do this show once every 2 weeks, not every week.
Is ghost stories are wearisome?
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much. Too many ghosts is not good for the soul, ironically.
Okay, sure. I mean, schedule's busy. We have other lives. You have other
Yeah,
lives.
that's
I
right.
should say.
Yeah, that's why. Absolutely.
I don't. It's all you.
In other instances, romantic old houses with impressive picture galleries will fire the imaginations of the servants and others with amazing results. A choice example of this type of haunted house is Ripley Castle, Yorkshire, in which, at the head of the stairs, is the portrait of a nun who is said to descend from her picture at night and tap at the bedroom doors. When, if anyone says, "Come in she comes." It is a rather scandalous tale to tell about a nun, if you come to think of it, but ghost stories are superior to the proprieties. The end.
Well, that was very short. It was
It was.
Is that a record?
Yeah, no, legit, I think so. That's the shortest one that there is, and most of it is not actually about the castle itself.
Just about a
However, the tantalizing glimpse of a, scandalous nun
scandalous nun.
yeah,
Nun that wants to,
who comes have some
comes
prayer
in
time.
to come later. I don't know. Like,
Oh dear. I like wet ghosts.
well, okay.
Also,
First of all,
a
she's
ghost that comes out of a portrait.
I mean, I was wondering if it had like a Harry Potter like feel to it, but like they stay in the portraits. They're just animated within the portraits. They don't actually
Yeah.
like come out of the portrait. I think that's it's very cool though. I mean, I feel like it's something that would be inspiring for a book, like a fiction
or a movie, like a Ghostbusters or something.
Was there a woman that came out of a picture? Oh, there was a guy.
Yeah, there was a guy.
It's like Ghostbusters 2, yeah. Vigo,
I think
Vigory?
Vigo the Carpathian.
I mean, that's just a great memory.
Dan Aykroyd. Or a really bad one. We'll see what happens in the edit.
Dan Aykroyd makes movies and vodka.
Yeah, you had some of his vodka. How was it?
Yeah, it reminded me of Russian vodka, which is a compliment in my book.
That's a good sign.
Yeah. Like, I'm not sure where it's made, but it reminded me of that style. And I think I like that style, so... It's
Good job, Aykroyd.
good as a screwdriver.
Really good when you put something yummy with it.
Yeah.
Just like Dan Aykroyd.
Interestingly enough, when I did go to Russia and I was drinking vodka in Moscow, the way that they like to drink vodka was actually with food.
Smart.
But like as shots. So, you'd take like a shot of vodka and then you'd chase it with food. Specifically like
Jesus.
specifically like salted cucumbers, like kind of like pickles, but I
Oh
feel
my
like
God.
theirs were saltier. They're like not like so sweet. They're more like salty pickles that you'd have. I
Ollie,
mean, it doesn't have to be
you
pickles,
would not.
but I think that was normally what they drank. One old guy drank me under the table.
Yeah, I'll bet. If he got too old, then he's good at drinking, right?
Yeah, it was like a grandfather. He drank me under the table.
Ollie, I think you've just shed some very valuable light on actually the last episode, which I don't think you'll have had a chance to listen to yet. But was a Russian tale that included a bunch of people in a house together during a feast day acting very strange about a ghost, and we did not even consider the fact that they were all absolutely blotto on 1800s vodka.
They did tend to drink a lot. Like,
Yeah.
it would, like, not
Russians or 1800s people?
Russians, but it would be more like it'd be like the amount that regular people might drink wine, but it was like vodka. Do you know?
Oh,
So, you know,
that's
I'm
a
not
lot.
like
Oh.
not like drinking all day or anything, but you know, like have a couple of drinks with like dinner or something, but it would be like shots of vodka. So, very
No, couldn't fathom it.
traditionalist. Yeah.
But then again, if I were in Russia, perhaps I would need it.
They all drank the Russian standard vodka. It was like their big one, which you could buy here for a while.
Is that like government vodka?
Maybe there was one.
America's got cheese, Russia's got vodka.
They did have one that was really, really nice, and I can't remember what it was. I feel like we've drifted away from the Scandalous Nun.
Yeah, we have.
Coming
Yeah,
out of
we don't
Fortress.
get anything more about the Scandalous Nun, unfortunately. But we do have another short story.
I feel like they
twice as long as that last one.
I feel like they really left out what happens after she comes into the door. It was like,
Really, Ollie, are you surprised that a book from 1907 might be skimpy on the details about a scandalous nun walking into someone's bedroom?
you know, maybe we should just come in and give a seminar,
Yeah. Yep, that's absolutely what it was.
teach you life lessons. To confession.
It. She worked wonders with that rosary.
But okay.
All right, you want to know a haunted house?
Yes, please.
Yeah, let's do it. Now, Ollie, there's something special about this next house. It's the first time we've come across a particular architectural feature. Would you like to guess ahead of time what it is?
Moat.
I'm sorry, did you just say moat?
Yeah, like a moat. You asked me to guess. I guessed. It was a moat.
Oh, I don't know how you've done that. The moated house of Baddesley Clinton.
Yes.
What? I was not
nailed it.
expecting you to get
This
that.
guy.
Well done.
You're like, oh, it's going to
Have
be
you-
such a surprise. Like, he's never going to get that. And do you
No,
know
it turns
why?
out you've been waiting for a moat for 2 years.
Probably. And do you know why I got that?
Why?
Because I've always wanted a moat.
Huh.
A little drawbridge.
Yeah, you know what?
Ultimate
A
security
moat,
system.
for me, it's neither here nor there. But a drawbridge, I'm on board. And if a
Drive.
moat is a drawbridge delivery system, yep, I'm there.
Bucket list. House with a moat. Yeah.
Unfortunately, if I catch you digging a ditch around your entire house at any point this year, I'm going to be more concerned than impressed.
I think it would have to be like
It would keep the in-laws out, though.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like it. I feel like it would have to be like a 20-year long plan, and maybe like in the hills or something. You know, like the house couldn't be that big because the moat would take up so much room. You probably wouldn't even get a backyard, right? Like it'd just be moat.
Who needs a backyard when you've got a moat?
Yeah, little piranhas like in the moat. Like,
oh, okay. Yeah.
is
All right.
that like a health and safety concern?
No, it's a hobby.
I mean, I wanted to have like crocodiles, but I mean that would be a big canal, wouldn't it?
I've seen Live or Let Die. Crocodiles is only a security breach, not a feature.
Actually, it reminds me, I was watching a TV show. Well, it felt like an American television show, but like set in Australia. It was on an Australian streaming platform, and it was a real bugbear of mine. Was that in the show they were in Sydney and a crocodile ate someone, and I'm like, "There's no crocodiles in Sydney." And I was like, "You little Australian
isn't
culture."
Darwin.
Yeah, I was like, "You little Australian culture grabbers! Like, you can't do that." Like. It feels like they sat around a table. It's like, how can we shoehorn in a crocodile? Like,
You know
anyway,
what?
it was a bugbear
I
of
can't
mine.
be mad at that.
Made me feel like all Americans think that there's crocodiles and kangaroos everywhere.
I mean,
Well, there are kangaroos everywhere, but
there's kangaroos within 5 minutes of my house for sure.
yeah, like in most places, but there's not crocodiles everywhere. That's where I draw the line.
But in moat places, that's
Moat
where you draw
places.
the bridge.
Moat Town, Adelaide. I don't know. Anyway, so if that's enough emoting,
All right. I submit a motion to continue. All right. The moated house of Baddesley Clinton in Warwickshire has a thrillful reputation. It rejoices in secret passages and hiding holes, and has, or had, a peculiarly devilish contrivance in the shape of a passage that led directly, without warning, into the deep waters of the silent moat.
silent but deadly.
I'm sorry, did you just say silent but deadly?
The silent moat, the silent but deadly moat.
Oh, God. Can you imagine that, though? You're just walking down a corridor and, like, bam, Indiana Jones style cliff.
It's definitely going to go up on my, what do you call it? Like dream board? Like, not dream board.
Mood board? No. Pinterest board. Moat wanted architectural features board.
Yeah. It's like manifestation board. I think that was what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Inspiration board.
No.
Ah, that's what I was thinking of.
Yes.
Sorry, my bad. All right. That'll definitely go up on my inspiration board.
Yep. Moat and way to drown people in it.
Yeah. I mean, if they drown it, it's like their fault, right?
Well, that might be where the rest of this story goes. In the days when Baddesley Clinton was new, it was only with the utmost discretion that one visited such country houses, and never at all if one's host had anything to gain by one's disappearance.
Nothing to gain by anyone's disappearance?
Yeah, don't go to a house with a goddamn trapdoor into a moat if the guy owning it owes you money. If he's put a bet on the fact that you will die suspiciously in a moat in the next 3 days, don't go to his house.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, a particularly evil moat owner.
Yeah.
I was going to say, but maybe that comes with the territory, but then, that would be kind of outing myself as evil because I want to have a moat.
Yeah, what's on your inspiration board there, Ollie?
Moat. Moat and deadly trapdoor.
Yep.
For no reason.
Nope. What was that? A guest might ask, when that undesirable other guest had been artfully induced to stray into the moat.
How many people
Instead of walking...
How many people is this person killing?
Well, I guess he's invited
there goes another
several
one.
people over, but yeah. Look, if you've read Agatha Christie, right? If you're intending to murder one person, you invite 10 people to a party.
That makes sense.
So yes, when that other guest had been artfully induced to stray into the moat, instead of walking into the banqueting hall, and with a splash had gone to a particularly noisome death in the sewage-charged waters. Bracket. For we must recollect that in the good old days, manor houses, granges, and noble castles and mansions of every kind drained directly into the moats that surrounded them.
Do you remember that we used to have some friends, acquaintances of ours, that used to break into abandoned buildings and stuff?
Friends who will remain unnamed, yes.
Yeah.
Lest their political career get into some trouble. I mean,
And there was one building that they used to break into on
okay. Now we're getting into bleeping territory, but yes, I know the one.
And they used to
And you mean the bottom of the staircase?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We used to call it the mansion, and at the bottom of the staircase, it was just filled with water, and it was just this big, lake
And
of still water.
What happened when enough said people got drunk in the mansion, Ollie?
Someone fell in.
No! Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought you meant that they all peed into it.
Yeah, they all did, Callum. But then someone actually one night got drunk enough to actually fall in that. Don't worry, they survived to live many years.
Can you don't say it on air? But can you text me? Who fell in?
Text you. But
Just like in the Discord or whatever.
I don't remember their last name, but that was their first name.
Oh, no kidding. Well, if you're out there, you know who you are, and I hope you're okay these days.
Yeah. Like, don't know who would do, like, all of that. And obviously all these stories, like, hearsay, no idea. Like, it's not like any of us actually saw that firsthand or anything. That would be crazy. But,
Okay.
but yeah. Like,
But there were clearly people around to lend a helping hand.
Yeah, well, that's so I hear.
Yeah. Unlike the owner of Baddesley Clinton. Only a fish, the host would reply.
Only a fish?
Fish. Only a fish.
That fell through
In
the
the
trapdoor
moat.
into
Yeah.
the moat.
Well, no, I think he means the fish is already in the moat and was just splashing about.
No, I got
Although,
that. But...
if there was a fish walking about at night that fell through the trapdoor, I would be equally impressed.
No, I got it. Because, I mean, like, surely...
Yeah.
Because, like,
Is
surely...
this before
like,
they discovered piranha?
maybe. Like, surely just falling into a moat itself couldn't be fatal. Like, it would have to be... There'd have to be something extra to it, wouldn't there?
I mean, if it's deep enough and seweragey enough, or maybe, especially if you go stay at this evil host's home and he offers to let you borrow his weighted nightgown, maybe don't take him up on that offer either.
Weighted nightgown. I swear it's relaxing. It's the latest trend.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a weighted blanket.
It probably would be. You know, they've started selling like nightgowns in Maya. I was very tempted to buy one the other day.
God, I'm surprised you didn't. What a freaking delight.
Well, then I realised that if I'm wearing any single garment to bed, I don't want it to be the top half.
I'm a t-shirt boxers person myself, but I see the value of pajamas and nightgowns.
Yeah.
I'm just lazy. Often the shirt I was in that day.
No, gross. No. You got to change. You got to change for bed.
You gotta change it.
You got to make a little ritual of it. Yeah. You got to tell your body that it's time for bed now.
Do you do like a whole shower and stuff as well? Or
No.
okay.
No, pajamas is enough.
See, I couldn't do that. If I'm transitioning, if I go from like one set of clothes to another set of clothes, I have to have a shower in between.
I understand that.
Yeah.
That's fair. I get it.
Yeah.
Clothes
Oddly,
aren't, I mean,
same boxes is
pajamas
fine.
aren't clothes, though. They're pajamas. Same.
Yeah.
Not what?
Yeah, the same boxes are fine. Well, I mean, no, like a fresh pair a day. Don't get me wrong, but like, if I'm going between like two sets of clothes, like I have to shower between, and also if I shower, I have to put on a new set of clothes. Like I can't just go back in the same set of clothes, except for the boxes are fine. The many weird, fun facts about me, huh?
Well, look, if we're talking about nightwear, I recently got a.
Please be a nightcap. Please be a nightcap.
An embroidered silk robe from a secondhand
lovely.
store recently. It's fantastic. I love it so much. And Amber's been joking about getting me a nightcap for my birthday.
Nice.
Which is not far away. So by the time this episode comes out, I will edit in whether or not I did end up receiving said nightcap.
I genuinely think a nightcap would suit you.
Yeah, I don't know if it would suit Australia, though.
Whatever. You know what Australia is. Actually, that's not true. We have like some pretty dire winters. Like if we was using it for warmth, God, yeah, like God, the Adelaide winter is very, very cold. And hell,
and who doesn't want to wear a tassel on their hat?
And hell, this could have been the first year in history, maybe, that it snowed in Australia for Christmas.
Did it?
Yeah, Tasmania, but still, it counts.
Jesus.
It's Australia.
Barely. Don't tell them that.
Hey, it definitely wasn't on my 2025 bingo card.
No, going to Tasmania, on the other hand.
Definitely. Anyway, sorry. Nightcap, I think would be cool. If you do get a nightcap for your birthday, I reckon you should post that as the cover photo for the episode, just throwing it out there.
Yeah, okay. If there's enough time for me to put that together, I will. All right. Just for you, Ollie. Unfortunately, I think this comes out literally the day after my birthday, so we'll see. I might have just
depends how much whiskey you've had
on Mike there. Yeah. Right. But the strayed guest never more appeared, and we may shrewdly suppose that the other who heard that splash made haste to quit so chancy a lodging. I think that's probably a good call.
I would make haste.
It would appear that Baddesley Clinton was built by one of the Catesbys, and that it was purchased from the representative of that family by one John Brome.
I feel like this could be an Agatha Christie novel.
Yeah, I mean, she's inspired by something, right?
The mystery of the moat house people.
A successful lawyer who flourished in the reign of Henry VI. Nah, I didn't look up when that was, and I don't care. Brome was killed in London in a dispute with one Hurthill over some property which Brome had taken under a mortgage. But it did not end so, for his son Nicholas, 3 years later, waylaid Hurthill and so mauled him that he presently died.
Wait, what? She mauled him?
So the lawyer who sold Baddesley Clinton was killed by Hurthill.
Yep.
And then the lawyer's son killed Hurthill.
Okay. But mold? Did you say mold?
Mauled, yeah. So
for some reason, I think I heard I thought it was like a woman mauling the guy, but it's the son mauling the guy. But mauling still seems like a lot. Like a person mauling another person. Can you do that? Is that a thing? I thought only animals could maul. I mean, I know we're animals, but you know what I mean. Like, I can't imagine myself scratching and tearing at someone.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know if he meant like literally that.
No, I'm gonna Google
scratching him and savagely beating him to death. Or have you heard of the work tool called a maul?
I definitely have not.
Think of an angry sledgehammer.
Okay. I was going to say...
It's called a maul.
I did look up the definition of maul, because we're a fun-loving show with the ability to look up words.
And we really like to picture how people die.
Absolutely. And apparently it's like to wound a person or animal by scratching and tearing.
Mm-hmm.
But then there is just treat something savagely or roughly. So I guess you could treat them savagely until they died.
Yeah.
Handle someone roughly, especially for sexual gratification. Whoops, whatever that.
Oh,
don't know how that would fit into this context. And defeat heavily. defeat informally. This isn't an informal, like defeat heavily in a game or match. Oh, the team were mauled 4-0 by Manchester City. Was the example. Subject to fierce criticism.
I think it's probably one of the early ones on this list that Nicholas did to Hurthill in order to kill him.
You sure?
But if he criticised him to death, I'm here for it.
Well, you just made my joke for me.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's fine. That's good. I'm glad we were on the same page.
Yeah. Yes, page 42 of Haunted Houses by Charles G. Harper.
So, mauled to death. What a way to go.
So there hasn't been any ghosts happening in this particular story yet, but there's several people who've been killed in connection to it.
I was going to say, we're definitely ripe for some ghosts,
Yeah.
All right. Before we get into the ghosts,
yeah,
if you were to theorize, I mean, I know you probably read ahead, but like, let's just imagine that you haven't. Like, what would you theorize the ghost would be at this point? Because I'm imagining the moat ghost to be like wet ghosts.
Wet ghost.
Yeah. I feel like if you were drowned in a moat, then you would. Oh god, there's a Doctor Who episode. I think it's called The Waters of Mars, where like the people are just like have water just coming out of
time,
coming out of their orifices, and like they're dripping all the time. So that's the ghost that I'm imagining.
We've said some disreputable sentences here, but orifices. I think that takes the cake.
Water coming out of every orifice. So like. Zombie towards you.
That's more or less where my thinking was going as well. Except I see the house as a battleground between the owner of the house, who's died from a savage mauling or something, and like he's in eternal battle with all of the wet ghosts that have been drowned in the moat over the years.
I love that.
Now
And
we've
then you
got
kind of just
we've got
stumble
mere
upon the battle.
sentences left,
Okay, sorry.
so I don't think it's going to be that.
Okay. Well, it was fun to theorize.
Yeah, I like wet ghosts. Don't take that out of context.
I didn't. I said nothing.
Oh, Ollie, that wasn't directed at you. That was directed at me in the future when I'm editing this.
Okay.
Holy Church required that Brome should do penance for this, which he accordingly performed. But his troubles did not end here, for, coming home unexpectedly one day, he discovered his domestic chaplain, quote, chocking his wife under the chin, end quote.
It's like hitting her? Chalking? Are we saying chalking? Is that the... What do you do to someone under the chin?
It's chucking.
Chucking?
Sorry, chocking. Which
Chocking?
I did have to look up.
Okay,
It
good.
means touch playfully under the chin.
Well, that's better than what I thought.
Yeah, which is an intensely intimate activity, though, to do to someone who is not your wife.
It does indeed sound very suspicious for a non-marital person.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So chocking his wife under the chin, as Dugdale quaintly phrases it, he was not really chocking the lady, as the antiquary's queer spelling would lead some people to believe, but was indulging in the playful or amatory performance of chucking. My apologies, I didn't read my own handwriting. Chucking is the little tickle under the chin, and chocking, I guess, is an older spelling of that. Either way, he was getting amorous with someone who wasn't his wife. Ooh. Being a man of hasty temper, Brome slew the priest on the spot, an act for which he duly got into serious trouble again with the church, which was not
Feels like a
content
bit
this
much.
time.
But it wasn't even making out with her or anything. Could have been a slight misunderstanding. Maybe chat to him first, then slew on the spot.
I mean, it does say that Brome had a temper. Like, how drunk do you think he was at all points during this story?
I mean, did it really happen, or was that just his excuse? Because I'm thinking that, like, you know, I mean, honest to God, I don't think that if they knew that he had such a temper, that they would even, like, deign to do something like that. Like, who would have the bravado? Who would be brave enough? Thank you, bravado. Who would have the bravado to, like, do such a thing?
The local priest, apparently.
Well, sounds suspicious to me.
I can't believe we still don't have a friggin' ghost yet. What was I thinking reading this one out? So, the church, which was not content this time, with less than a parish church being especially built at Baddesley Clinton by way of expiation, and a new steeple being erected to that of Packwood.
I love Packwood.
I don't think... You love Packwood, do you?
You know, I didn't expect you to challenge me on it.
What about Packwood do you love?
The steeples?
Good answer.
Can lounge on them?
Do you... No.
Sit.
Do you think that's
beer?
a fair punishment for murdering a priest, building a church and repairing another church?
Well, no, but I mean, I'm going to guess that at the time they were like, well, we could commit this person to... I mean, they didn't really have jails back then, did they? Like, they had kind of like private jails. Is that what year would this have been?
Well,
Like,
we don't actually have a date yet, but from the next sentence,
I wasn't sure if there was like official
1500s.
jails in the 1500s. Like, I thought it was like private armies, and I'm not sure if they held people for long periods of time, like not like long-term jails.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm wondering if it was like, well, you know, death penalty, incarceration for a little bit, torture, or let's get something out of it. And I think it was like back in the around
let's build
this
a church.
and
Yeah.
for a second there, I thought it was like a story, but it reminded me of when we were traveling in Italy and we were going through some of the galleries. I remember hearing at least one story where there was like noblemen or wealthy people would often pay penance for murders or like atrocities with just money. Like it would just be like, oh, you got me. Here's a painting, or they would just bribe them with different things. So it was actually, it felt like really common practice for nobility to be like, oh, you got me. Here's a you got me tax. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
is that like actually a
that
thing?
would be
Is
the
that...
indulgence system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the church would even, in some cases, sell indulgences ahead of time.
Really? Okay. So like,
Be like, oh, you want to go commit adultery? Well, pay us like 100 gold pieces, and then here's a free pass to go do an adultery. We won't get mad at you.
it's so funny.
How do you think the Renaissance was financed?
Indulgence 25% off just this month.
Yes, you joke, but there were literally, they did do sales on indulgences when they were short on cash.
There you go.
Yeah.
I did not mean to get that right.
And you wonder why Martin Luther got so mad.
But yeah, no, it's interesting when we think about what the wealthy may or may not get away with these days. And I won't go into it because it's sad. But I will.
Yeah, they just pay the courts instead of the church.
Well, I truly believe that in at least our country that I don't think you will get away with that. So that's I genuinely
get away with what though? What's the crime?
Murder. I don't think you get away with murder in Australia. Like if you could prove that
Murder of a ticklish priest, tickly priest.
Definitely don't think you'd get away with that.
If you came home and saw Mr. Tickle in a priest's collar tickling your wife, what would you do?
Well, let's just say I went into a murderous rage and, like grabbed one of my beautiful kitchen knives and just slaughtered them there on the spot, which I feel like would be a massive overreaction. But
I'm mostly impressed.
I'm completely out of character, but let's just. I do not.
I don't know. You were describing that knife very familiarly.
I mean, I like the knives. What can I say? But I don't think any amount of money would get me off that crime in Australia. That would be my theory. If they could prove that it was done, like with malice and forethought. Like,
I'd like to think so, yes.
I do think that there's other places in the world where you could, but at the very least, I don't think that would be here. Cross my fingers.
I'm tempted to just say a place name and bleep it out, but I won't.
Probably a lot of places, really.
Yeah, like the...
Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't really know much about the place, but yeah, I'll take your word for it. We have to be like a lot of money, right? Like,
I think there's a lot of money in those countries, yes.
Right, but I'd never moved there, and you know why?
No, Ollie, pray, tell me
drink,
why.
Right?
Not legally. But if you buy an indulgence...
Look at you circling back around.
Yeah, man, I'm getting good at this shit.
That's funny.
Alright. Do you want to hear what happened to Nicholas Brome after he killed the priest?
If he doesn't haunt something, I mean, it's going to be pretty surprising at this point.
Nicholas Brome died in 1517. But whether it is he or the priest, or perhaps both, who haunt the old manor house, is not narrated. The church of Baddesley Clinton, built by Nicholas Brome by way of expiating his hasty deed, is still an object of curiosity. The end.
But how? Like, how did he haunt the house? Like, how do we know? Like, it doesn't say like how he haunted the house.
No, it doesn't, does it?
But I feel like it's kind of like the key to a haunting story, right? Ideally.
Oh, what? The death moat and the multiple murders connected to this house weren't interesting
No, they were
enough?
pretty...
You want to know about the ghost on this podcast called Secondhand Haunting?
It's not...
Ollie, come on, man. What do you want from me? I'm doing my best over here.
It's not secondhand 1500s murders.
I mean, it may as well
yeah,
be.
Okay.
Would you like to see a picture of Baddesley Clinton?
A bit of like, what the fuck is that, or just?
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know if you can see any of this over the webcam, but
I can, and it is
it's
beautiful.
Nice woodcut, right?
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's got a little arched bridge going into the front house, and it's not like there's a moat surrounding
No, it just seems like the
the
one side,
house, is
right?
it?
Yeah.
Well,
I
it's
mean,
more like the house has been built in the middle of a lake.
that does seem more likely to be the case. Is that the hack? Don't build a moat, just build a
Built a house in the middle of the lake.
like,
Yeah.
yeah. Life hack.
As we got a little bonus as well, actually. We have the church that his murder cost him.
What a lovely penance to pay.
Yeah, it's
Beautiful.
a church.
I mean,
It's not fancy, but it was not a cheap murder.
yeah, well, I mean, the church might have got nothing, so, you know, I'm going to guess that it's not a massive deterrence to murder when you know that you can just, like, pay penance for it. I mean, that maybe that drives the ill temper.
Ah, well, I think you might be hitting on something there about perhaps the power and the abuse of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess, like, I'm sure there's still people that are so wealthy that they are seemingly above reproach. There was an interesting documentary that I watched the other day about a billionaire that was living in, I think it was like Milan or something. Not Milan. I don't know. Somewhere where billionaires live. Where do billionaires live? Is that
I'm really giving myself an editing job this time, aren't I?
in
The
what country?
Maldives.
It's where they stay, I think. Where they park all their boats.
Martha's Vineyard.
Doesn't matter. Anyway, I was watching a
Where
documentary.
they park all their boats? At Malta? Does it start with an M?
Maybe most billionaires park their boats where? Park
At a
yachts,
pier.
I would say.
Yeah. Oh, no. No, it's not Little St. James, is it?
Monaco. I was thinking of Monaco.
You know what? Yeah. I feel foolish for not getting that.
So it's a world-renowned, iconic destination for super yachts. Anyway, I was watching this documentary about a billionaire, and somehow he died in some sort of fire, despite the fact that he had like a massive security detail and a whole bunch of things. Anyway, it seemed like probably one of the most likely candidates for the fire for his death would be his wife, who actually had a history of having husbands, you know, die.
His wife is like the human version of this house with a moat.
But I think there's like not hugely strong evidence, but at least circumstantial evidence that she like bribed a lot of officials and other witnesses in the trial. But she was fine, like nothing happened to her. She was able to. Oh, well, I mean, she eventually died, so there's that. You know, life gets us all.
Gee, Ollie, are you trying to say something about
The
power and
futility
the
of
abuse thereof?
yeah. Well, I don't know. Sorry, I watched a documentary that basically painted everyone in a bad light, but it was interesting. But it did make it sound like the people that were parking their yachts in Monaco may get away with quite a bit. More than us, at least.
Yeah. Yeah, they get away with building houses in the middle of moats. Lakes, I mean. What is a super yacht if not a house in the middle of the biggest lake?
Yeah. Well, the funny thing about super yachts, and I might be wrong about this, but I think I heard that they don't actually do a lot of actual yachting. Like, they don't.
No.
Yeah, and there's like ships that carry the super yachts around to other destinations. So they actually like pack super yachts into like a bigger boat that actually like ships them to different.
Mega yacht.
Yeah, it actually ships them to other destinations and then parks them. So like the yachts are not actually going out that much. They're mostly just they spend most of the time parking, which kind of which really
That
just
sounds like city living.
yeah.
I looked into this a little, and he's right. That does happen. However, it's mostly to reduce the carbon emissions of all of the yachts travelling individually if they pack them all into one big ship. So, I don't know, I can't be too mad about this, aside from the fact that it has to exist.
Yeah, you haven't been here before, but the view is quite good. Have I showed you the view here before?
I think I've seen some photographs of it, yes. And you're not wrong. Swiveling the camera.
I think
Oh my god.
that's what I meant
Look
by
at
heavenly
that
light.
pixelated mess. I mean, view.
Is it not? You can't. Can you see the view, or is it all pixelated?
I get the gist, at least. That is an incredible background for what you must be seeing. Wait, turn your desk around the other way so I get to see that, dang it. Yeah, why have I been looking at a background of your kitchen this whole time when I could have that? Oh.
It's just actually just all light, isn't it? Like at the moment,
It is, yeah. It's,
I feel like it looks like I'm the Lord. I'm in heaven. He finds out later he was actually in heaven this entire time.
you're joking. You've given me that view and now you're closing the blinds.
I mean, you can't. I was good. Like, can you actually see anything? All right.
No, I can't see shit. I can't see shit.
I can see my sunburn.
All right, Ollie, shall we forge on and try and find some actual dang ghosts in this book?
Yeah. We've only had the one ghost. She was in the start of. Well, I mean, technically we only had one ghost described, right?
Yeah, we had one done, and then something else that might be a murderer and might be an adultering priest.
Yeah, I kind of love the Mike
Neither of them
story,
really
though.
did
That was
much,
fun.
though. Yeah. But let's see what might be haunting this next house. One of the most fearsome tales told of ancient manor houses is the dark and gory legend of Littlecote, the grey and rumbling pile built in the closing years of the 15th century by the Durrell family in the pleasant and fertile meadowlands beside the river Kennet, and sheltered beneath the Wiltshire Downs, midway between Hungerford and Ramsbury. If nothing else, we're getting some premium A-grade English place names in this one.
Right.
Leland styles the demesnes of Littlecote. Quote, a right fair and large park hanging upon the cliff of a high hill well wooded over Kennet. End quote. Now, I've done my best to pronounce the really old spelling of that quote.
I'm sure you would have done a lot
Which-
better than me, which barely pronounces regular English.
which Charles G. Harper also calls out by saying, quaint spelling that should please admirers of the archaic. And he's right, it does please me, it pleases me well. Right and good.
Is your beard grown? I was meant to ask you that before. You got a bigger beard?
Yeah, I haven't really been trimming it.
It's looking
So
healthy.
let's see what happens, really.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
It's covering up the double chin.
I think it looks great.
Oh, shucks.
Very Scottish.
The... Oh, Lutzman.
Which I hopefully is a compliment in your case. Not that it wouldn't be anywhere else.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So they cover all bases
There wouldn't be many. The property came to the Durrells, who were originally from Yorkshire, by the marriage of the heiress of the Costons, the old owners, to William Durrell, the, quote, Wild Will Durrell of the famous story of Littlecote, was a descendant of this William. I've never heard of Wild Will Durrell, and I'm guessing that whole paragraph was there just for the people who do know. I didn't look him up. I didn't care. Oh, wait. Oh, I think the rest of this story might be the story of Wild Will. No one will ever succeed in satisfactorily settling the historic doubts as to the character and career of the wicked Will, who flourished in the extremity of wickedness in the reign of good Queen Bess. Do you know who good Queen Bess is?
Bethany? No, I don't know.
That's Queen Elizabeth I.
I probably could have guessed that, unfortunately. Like, I should have really tried harder, is all I'm saying.
So we're talking somewhere around the year 1600. This is happening.
Nice.
There are two schools of thought in this matter. One is content to see Durrell painted in the blackest of hues, while the other would have us believe him a much injured man, a paragon of virtue and patience, under undeserved misfortune. So he might be good, he might be bad. Either way, I think he's going to be extreme. The ancient legends of the countryside have always
wild.
agreed...
Sorry.
Yeah. The ancient legends of the countryside have always agreed to regard him as a monster of iniquity, which is certainly not conclusive evidence, for there is no one so ready as your simple rustic to endow his superiors with attributes that would not ill become the devil himself. Which is Charles G. Harper throwing some shade on, like, the rural people.
I kind of actually like the style it's written. It sounds fun.
It is. It is a joy to read. His opinions, perhaps dodgy, but he's saying them nicely. The story of Will Durrell is that of a wild young man, master of Littlecote, but by no means master of his own evil passions. It is a tale of a midwife, a Mrs. Barnes of Great Shefford, being suddenly summoned one dark night on the pretence of attending Lady Nivette of Charlton, nearby, and then being blindfolded and led on horseback to quite a different house. Alright, there's a lot going on there. Are you following okay, or do you want a little recap?
Yeah, maybe we could do a real recap. I mean, I was following along and we had some houses and characters and I was like dreaming away with the terminology, but there was a house guest that was thought was going to one house, but then suddenly got blindfolded and was getting taken to another house. And things don't feel like they're going to go well for her.
No,
I could be wrong.
So she's not a guest. She's a midwife.
Oh,
in the modern sense of a word. So she's been summoned to Lady Nivette's place to help deliver a baby. Except she's got to Lady Nivette's place and someone's put a blindfold on her and taken her to a different house instead. Well, presumably to deliver a different baby?
I feel like a house guest would be like worse. I mean, like, you know.
Yeah, house guest would just be dropped through a trapdoor into a moat.
Exactly. You get me.
Yeah, and I'm never going to stand on a suspicious floorboard in your house again.
I wouldn't recommend it.
In a stately room of this mysterious mansion was an equally mysterious masked lady for whom her services were required. So there is a pregnant woman involved, and the pregnant woman has got a mask on while she's delivering this baby.
With you? Mask on while delivering baby?
I know you're with me. I'm not with me, though. I've lost my place.
It does seem difficult, but, you know, curious to see where this goes.
The legend then goes on to declare that a tall, slender gentleman with lowering and ferocious aspect, quote, having upon him a gown of black velvet, end quote. Again, more of that delicious oldie English. Entered the room with some others, and, taking the newly born child from her arms, without a word, threw it upon a blazing fire in an anteroom and crushed it with his boot heel into the flaming logs, so that it was entirely consumed.
So,
yep.
Just quickly there. So,
threw baby in the fire. Yep.
Threw the baby in the fire?
Lady gave birth, and this...
Yep.
And this tall, angry man... Yeah, this tall, angry man in like a black velvet cloak has swanned into the room, grabbed the baby, thrown it into the fire, and stomped on it.
So, not to be this guy, and obviously it's already pretty gross and sad, but does a baby really burn?
I guess it has if it's been crushed under a boot heel enough.
Feels like it would put out the fire, if anything.
I
feel like I'm focusing on the wrong point, I'm sure, but...
Look, you make some very valid points, And maybe this story didn't really happen, or at least not quite like this. But
Look, I hope not.
let's pretend it did, shall we?
I hope not. Obviously,
Yeah, I also hope that a baby was not thrown into a fireplace. As an aside, is this the worst death we've had so far?
God, big calls, huh? Oh, no comment.
It's gotta be, surely. I respect that.
Like, I don't feel there's like a really right answer to that. I mean, unless I just say yes. Like, yeah, sure, yes.
Yeah, okay.
On reflection, sure.
Yeah. I think it's the most undeserved anyway, right?
I mean, it's barely had any time on the earth, huh? That's not fair.
No. I mean, depending on when this was happening, it wasn't even baptized.
Yeah,
So does that really make it a human?
whoa now. Like, I think even if I did believe in that, which I don't, but like, even if I did believe in baptism, I would have to say that I would, at the very least, wouldn't believe in the idea of like the baby have to be baptized. Like, there should, I'm sure the Catholics would have some sort of rule up until baptism age, right? Like,
Ollie, literal wars have been fought over these questions. I don't think we're going to settle them this evening.
that's what you say. No. Poor baby.
Yeah, you want to go?
Poor baby went straight to hell.
Poor baby, yeah. Yeah. Poor baby went straight to hell. Is that the episode quote? No, it can't be. It's either going to be
Sounds like a good one, to be honest.
Sexy, or baby went straight to hell.
It's like another. It could be a new song. Baby, go straight to. You know what? Stop it, Ollie.
No. No. I hope your guitar is in your other house.
I always keep a spare, but nope. I don't know why, but I don't play these days. But in the hope that maybe one day I'll play again.
Up to you, my man.
Ain't that the
what's
truth?
up to me is to continue reading. Yeah.
Please do.
It is impossible to altogether discredit this story because the depositions made by Mrs. Barnes of Shefford, taken down from her when she was upon the point of death in after years, have been discovered. I mean, are we trusting that? Are we trusting the statement of an old dying woman about something that happened years before?
Be the first time.
Nor will it be the last. The statement was committed to writing by Mr. Bridges of Great Shefford, a magistrate, and, as a cousin of Durrell, not likely to wantonly spread baseless slanders to the injury of a family with which he was connected. Nah, I've slung some mad shit about my own family. Why would this be any different?
Lord knows I have. But, it helps that I don't
on this very podcast.
I was going to say, it helps that I don't actually like them. Not a single damn one of them.
If you knew that your cousin was a baby stomper, I think, I guess that's the point that they're trying to say. Like, it must be true if he's saying this about his family, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'd be saying that about my family, though, just because I'd be worried that I'd get stomped. Like, they'd come after me. But he wants the truth to get out there.
Stay away from your fireplace.
But I respect that he wants the truth to get out there.
Well, he wants the story out there anyway.
Yeah.
The document certainly does not identify Durrell or Littlecote, nor does it even hint at the identity of any place or person. But the discovery, about 1879, at Longleat, of an original letter from Sir H. Knivet of Charlton to Sir John Thynne of Longleat, dated January 2nd, 1578/9, which I'm just going to pull us aside here, because this is the first time we've ever had a slash year show up in one of these stories. And it's a fun thing that New Year's Day used to be March 25th.
How? What? What? Who? What? What are you talking about?
In the old calendar, the year used to begin on March 25th. Right?
Really?
Now that changed in 1752, so a long time ago. But
Well, that's a fun fact.
when you talk,
I didn't know that.
yeah,
Who would know that?
but for those odd couple of years around that time, they would say that January 2nd. Well, in the old calendar, it was 1 year. In the new calendar, it's the other year. So it's January 2nd of 1578/9, depending on how you're counting it.
I wonder if it's like an arbitrary thing, really. Like, it's because like
Or what? The marking and passage of time.
yeah, but in particular, like when a new year starts, right? Like, I mean, I guess to a degree, you could just say a new year starts anytime, couldn't you?
Sure,
But
good.
that would be
And
like,
people have.
but I guess like one particular year would be shorter. Right? That starts March 25th, and then
Yeah.
the next year
There
they
was-
start January 1st. So
There was a whole kerfuffle during this time about when the new year was. Lasted
tough
for several
financial-
years.
be a tough financial year. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's
But I
really
guess
that's
it-
really fascinating. I did not know that. I guess
Well,
I just
think
always
about
took it for
when,
granted.
like- yeah. Well, you would, wouldn't you? But think about Lunar New Year. That's always about that time of the year, right? February, March.
Didn't know that either. Actually, I never really thought about it.
I hope I got that right. Holy shit, I'm going to look that up. Hang on.
I didn't even know there was such a thing as like lunar New Year.
Olly.
What is that like? A festival or something? Yeah, a festival. Sure.
Yeah, pretty much the entirety of Asia celebrates New Year's on Lunar New Year rather than like Gregorian New Year.
I mean, like I know some culture, but not all culture. I'm getting 17th of February, which is well, it's closer to March than January 1st. That's for sure.
Yeah. And it also moves, right? Because it's based on the moon. It's a bit like Easter that way, which is also around that time. Funny that.
Mind blowing.
Anyway, big old digression.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's.
Suffice.
Sorry, just one last point. I genuinely thought
Yeah.
there was a logical reason for January 1st. Like, but the more I thought about it, I was like, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Like, because I thought, you know, it's like mid something, because it's like midsummer would be like the middle of December and January. I thought that was like a
These decisions are all happening in the northern hemisphere, so that would be midwinter.
Yeah, no, for sure. So that, but you know, like it would mid something. Like I thought it was, you know,
Yeah.
mid something. And it's kind of funny as you think about it because, like, I'm so used to having New Year as being a midsummer thing, whereas in the Northern Hemisphere, they'd be so used to having winter as, like, a midwinter thing.
Yeah.
Probably changed their whole personality.
Whereas it kind of makes a different amount of sense to have your new year begin at the start of spring.
Spring is sprung. That probably makes a lot of sense, really, in the grand scheme of things. Maybe we
Anyway,
got it wrong.
It's all entirely arbitrary. Suffice to say that it was about the time of Mrs. Barnes' confession. So it was written at about the same time. And it brings us to the original rumours pointing to Durrell and Littlecote. A Mr.
Completely forgot about the
Bonham
baby.
Yeah,
Sorry.
just throw the baby out with the new year.
Dark. Considering the context.
Yeah, the middle of winter is dark. A Mr. Bonham was then residing at Longleat. His sister was well known to be living with Durrell as his mistress, and the letter from Sir H. Nivant was to rouse this Mr. Bonham to, quote, inquire of his sister touching her usage at Will Durrell's, the birth of her children, how many there were, and what became of them, for that the report of the murder of one of them was increasing foully, and would touch Will Durrell to the quick. End quote. So the guy's written to his sister and said, hey, do you have any kids? And also, did any of them die in a fire? Because there's some nasty rumours going about. We don't have the response to this letter, unfortunately, but it's something. Whatever the rumour and the gossip, the result of this letter is unknown. Aubrey, the historian of the county of Wilts, writing 100 years later, tells that Durrell was brought to trial and says, quote, Sir John Popham gave sentence according to law, but being
house.
a great person...
One steeple.
Sorry?
I said one steeple. Be erected.
No, he gave sentence according to law, not according to church. But, being a great person and a favourite, he pronounced a nolli prosecci. Now, do you know what a nolli prosecci is?
Get away scot-free?
Yeah, pretty much. They dropped the charges.
So the church was actually better? Like, at least they got something out of it.
Yeah. At least it means they don't have any evidence, right? Which is true. All we've really got is letters and rumour at this point.
And he was a favourite.
Aubrey's facts... He was. Aubrey's facts are all at sea here, for Popham did not become a judge until 1592, when Durrell had been dead nearly 3 years. He was, however, Attorney General at the time of Durrell's supposed crime. But Durrell certainly made over the reversion of Littlecote to Popham in 1586, and upon Durrell's decease in 1589, he took possession. Alright, so it's basically saying the old historian didn't have his facts right. But in any case, Durrell did have to give his house to the judge. So
he did get something.
He didn't have to... Yeah, pretty much. He didn't have to build a house, he had to give a house.
So there's no evidence against you, and you're completely forgiven, but we want one house, please.
Yep. Aubrey's story is that this transaction was a bribe to procure Popham's services.
No.
Well, that is another way of looking at it. Yeah.
Surely not.
Gee, it's like he's saying something about the power and the abuse of that.
I mean, if it wasn't for that done none at the start, that would be like the theme of the episode, right? The abuse of power.
Yeah, funny that. Why are all these stories in one chapter together? Who can say?
Can you say?
Yeah, story's not done. Yeah. Story's not done because we don't even have a ghost yet.
Is it a commentary on the current political crisis? without commenting on it.
I don't think this ghost is going to go and abduct the president of Venezuela. I'd like to see it try. Mrs. Barnes is said to have brought about the identification of the mysterious house with Littlecote by the ingenious devices of counting the stairs and cutting a piece out of the bed curtains. By fitting the piece of curtain she had carried away into a corresponding hole in the hangings of a bed at Littlecote, and by finding the number of stairs to agree, Durrell's guilt is said to have been brought home to him. I feel like we've got another kind of Agatha Christie character here, right? She's been blindfolded, taken to a house, and she's thought, right, I'm going to count the amount of stairs in this house, and I'm going to snip off a bit of the bed sheets so that I can bring it back later and prove that I was here.
Oh.
That is some forward thinking.
Mm-mm. There is something to be said for also being in that position to start with. Like, that kind of sucks.
Yeah. I mean, I think she's known the whole time that she wants to get revenge on the people who've done this to her.
Yes, I mean, like, maybe there's something in that. I'm speculating as to where the forethought may have come from. And, like, we're just blindfolded to start with. You know, which might have been enough to be like, you know, this sucks.
Something's going on here. Yeah. She did well, if this is true.
Yeah, I'm willing to... I'm willing to say
don't get me
this.
wrong, she's up there for my MVP pick so far. The death of this ferocious Will is said to have been caused by his being haunted along the roads by the apparition of a burning babe, which startled his horse so that Durrell was flung to the ground and his neck broken. Alright, this ghost has appeared.
So, not the baby.
Yeah. Yeah, the ghost of a burning baby appeared in front of Will when he was on his horse. Scared the horse threw Will off, and Will broke his neck.
Be just guilt. Well, actually, just curious.
I don't think the horse was guilty.
Who told the story?
Stop asking questions, you. What an uncharacteristically insightful question from you.
Sorry, just like
Who
I was like,
was there? Wow. Wow. Don't get me wrong, Ollie. Very, very good question.
it's the lack of wine. I'm too present.
I mean, look, we might find out more. I doubt it, but we might.
It does sound a lot like, sorry if I just like interject real quick. I mean, it does sound a lot, like an old wives' tale, because it's like, this person did this and this was what happened to them as a punishment, like the ghost baby got them. So like, not that you need a reason not to throw a baby into a fire, but
But apparently, some people do need a reason not to throw a baby into a fire.
It does sound like a spiritual call, like what am I thinking? Like a cautionary tale.
In other cultures, this might be called karma.
Yeah. Well, this is what happens. Well, I mean, I guess it's another way of saying, like, if you do bad things, then the ghost of said victim will come back and get you.
Yeah.
Bet you that would be
right about this sounding like an old wives' tale.
Bet you that would be creepy. Burning baby.
Whether it's a ghost or an actual one, it's creepy.
Burning baby. That's my MVP.
Burning baby. That another good contender. But in regards to Will Durrell, he is now in old country lore an apparition himself, and haunts indifferently Durrell's style and the bedroom. Now, I think that means the specific bedroom in which he murdered a baby, not just the concept of the bedroom in general.
Just like the idea of haunts indifferently. Just like, it sounds like a really nonchalant haunt.
Yeah, like he doesn't really want to be there.
Will I haunt today? Maybe not. Maybe I'll haunt. Maybe I won't.
Language-wise, I'm not sure if that means that the ghost is sort of neither here nor there about it, or if he can't pick between wanting to haunt the style or the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
A style being like a gate through a fence,
mm-hmm.
presumably near where he was thrown from the horse.
Mm-hmm.
Haunts, I have written, but who talks now of Durrell? Long ago, General Leybourne Popham, who died in 1843, burnt the historic bed curtains, being so much pestered by people who were interested in the story. Well, that's one reaction. Just destroy the evidence that this story ever happened. How convenient.
How did you ever forget the burning baby?
Later, at the Great Littlecote sale, the bedstead itself was disposed of and was removed to Parnham in Dorset, whence it was sold in July 1910. But it was about 1861 that the haunted nature of Littlecote again was noted, in a curious circumstance. A child in the Leybourne Popham succession lay ill in the house, in a room overlooking the entrance, which is guarded by tall iron gates. The nurse, finding the child to be desperately ill, sent an express for the parents, and the next night she heard the gates flung open and a coach driven to the door, and then the peal of the bell. When the expected parents did not come to the room, the nurse rose and opened the casement, but all was still in the bright moonlight. So she heard the parents arrive in a coach, but when she looked, there was no coach or parents. And look,
open door.
I have
open
skipped.
gate.
Yeah, well, she heard it open.
Okay.
I have skipped so many stories about phantom coaches, it is not even funny anymore. This one slipped through because there's more interesting stuff happening, but I'm so mad at phantom coaches. Unreasonably so. What did that first story say about too many ghosts being wearisome? It's not wrong.
Have we ever done a ghost train?
No, because that was a nightclub venue in Adelaide in the 90s.
Never went. Do
Oh, really? You weren't missing much.
you say club or restaurant? It was a restaurant, right? It was like a theme restaurant.
Yeah, it was dinner theatre.
Ah, that sounds amazing. I would have
Yeah.
loved to have gone there.
It was not, and you didn't miss much.
Okay.
Anyway, the next day, when the parents arrived, the child was dead.
Oh.
Oh. No one at the time remembered to have heard of the legend, but many years later, the child's father, Mr. Francis Popham, found in an old chest a manuscript which referred to a story that when the heir to Littlecote is about to die, Wild Durrell is supposed to drive up to the door in his chariot. So maybe it was our baby murdering wild man who appeared that night.
Give you one thing about this story. It's multifaceted.
Yeah.
we've gone from no ghost stories in the entire story to an array of ghost stories in different circumstances. I do prefer the latter.
Yeah, 4 appearances of 2 different ghosts. In recent years, Littlecote has had a sordid romance by no means associated with the supernatural. It was occupied by Gerard Lee Bevan, managing director of the City Equitable Assurance. There he assembled priceless collections of objects of art and lived in magnificence. It all ended in a conviction for fraud in 1922 and a sentence of 7 years penal servitude. The end.
Dun dun.
It's a shame that by 1922 the punishment is no longer give us a building.
I think it's kind of funny because my wife has actually said to me on occasion that she's actually more paranoid about the idea of going to prison now after meeting me because of how paranoid I am about it. When I say I'm not sure, paranoid might not be the word because like there's no reason, but like the idea of like the reason why I wouldn't want to go to prison is not because of the violence, which you'd think would be the first thing. It's actually the shared toilets, like that freaks me out. Like, I'll never commit a crime because
I do.
I'll never commit a crime because I like my private time, you know?
Yeah, if we made more hay out of the prison commodes, then perhaps we would have less crime.
But I imagine it'd be even worse.
Wild Will Durrell would not have stomped a baby to death. Perhaps a mansion owner would not install that trapdoor to drop his guests into the moat. Perhaps we would not even have this here podcast. But I'm glad that we do. Prison toilets be damned.
How sad would that be, right? Anyway,
Well,
I must admit, I am starting to get a little bit tired. So, like, I hate to be that guy, but I'm starting to lose some steam. Unlike the ghost trains that we have never discussed.
Yep. Jesus.
I was going to say, it'd have to be a like an American episode, right? I feel like only the American ghost stories would have ghost trains in them.
I don't think I've ever come across a ghost train story, but if I do, I'll save it for you.
It's crazy, because I feel like that is such a common idea in movies and stuff, right? Is that like ghost trains? Or am I making that up?
I think you can make some good fiction about it, but I don't think it would make an interesting real story.
Real, you say?
Unlike the 3 we've had tonight.
Perfectly real stories,
Yep.
despite one of them not having a witness.
Yep. Well, let's not focus on the characters that don't exist and focus on the characters that do. Do you have an MVP for any of tonight's stories?
But you know it. It's the burning baby. Burning baby.
The burning baby itself.
Yeah. The burning baby that got
Okay.
revenge.
Yeah, that's fair. I think
It deserves
I think
something.
my MVP is going to... It does. Well, it got its revenge.
It's got revenge,
Maybe,
and then
probably.
centuries later, it became the MVP on a podcast.
Yeah.
Life well lived.
Yeah, what's that thing? You die 3 deaths when you actually die when everyone who you knew dies, and then the last time that you're ever spoken about This baby's very confused about its third death.
That's something I've never heard of, but that's interesting.
Oh, yeah. I'm going with Mrs. Barnes for my MVP. The person who was blindfolded and taken to somewhere she did not consent and managed to count the stairs and snip away a fabric to prove where she was.
She was a very impressive character. And I think the forethought that she showed to trace her steps like that was amazing. And probably an inspiration to other writing, if anyone came across that. Because that's something that you would definitely read in a book. Or in a ghost story.
I think it literally appears in an Agatha Christie novel. Or perhaps a Sherlock Holmes, who knows? Future Callum knows. It's a scandal in Bohemia in which Sherlock Holmes describes the difference between seeing something and observing something as him having counted the 17 stairs up to his flat. Nothing in there about sheet snipping, though.
I was reading the other day, watching something, who knows. I was receiving information by some medium the other day in which I learnt about the underworld from the perspective of the Greek gods. And it was like an underworld where like you either lived better if you were remembered or like less well if you weren't remembered, but it wasn't a big deal. It was like you still like lived in some sort of vague void, it was like purgatory, except for everyone was together, and then like the people that remembered were a bit happier.
Yeah. If you died a glorious death on the battlefield, remembered for millennia to come, you would go and live in the fields of Elysium forevermore. And yes, I am taking that lore from the video game Hades and not anything connected to actual Greek myth.
The great thing about video games and movies is that it's a great way to learn about mythology.
How dare they sneak school into my games?
Love it when they do that.
Well, I love it when you tell me what your word award is. And there's a lot of options in today's, I fully admit.
I had written something down. It's probably one of those amazing town names.
Ah.
Where was the baby burnt?
Where was the baby burnt? I want my baby burnt place. It was beside the River Kennet and sheltered beneath the Wiltshire Downs, midway between Hungerford and Ramsbury.
Let's say Hungerford.
Hungerford?
Yeah, that's
Hungerford is a fantastic place name.
That's a hungry town. Yeah, Hungerford. my word of the day. Might sound lazy, but I'm sticking with it.
I'm going to go with chucking, meaning a playful tickle under the chin.
Yes, well, that was definitely a much better option. You win this round,
You're allowed
sir.
to change. You can pick it too.
No, it's fine. No, that was a good one. Yeah. Next time I got to remember to write something down.
Thankfully, I already had chucking written down.
It's pretty solid on the baby for my MVP though. Like Jesus. That was a no-brainer. Although to be fair, and I've forgotten her name again, but the midwife, that was a really great story.
Mrs. Barnes?
Mrs. Barnes, great story.
Yeah. If she was real, she did good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I suppose I'll spend my next week or so reading as many books as I can to see if I can find a ghost train story. And perhaps that's what I'll be reading out next time on
Secondhand Haunting.
Oh, look at that view. Look at that view.
Window's kind of dirty, actually. I have to clean it.
I like wet ghosts. This week's story is from Haunted Houses by Charles G. Harper. Episode edited by Callum Patrick for the Peas in a Podcast Network.